Hey guys, it's me Melissa. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, please hit subscribe and check out my channel, my videos if you enjoy and like my content, okay? um Today it's going to be a serious video and also a little personal one because I have experience with self-harm, more so when I was very young. It could have been when I was like maybe a kid or I'm like preteen or being a teenager, but mostly when I was like a preteen, like around 12 or 13, 14 years old, around there, or 10, around those ages. I remember. Um, and here I'm going to explain the different types of self-harm. I have made a video about this topic, more like a story time video, explaining my experience with this and how emotional that video was, because I felt like I wanted to just explain and just tell my story about how this type of thing is like personal to me, but like I've dealt with these things, and I wanted to share with you guys that story. I will leave a link maybe down below or probably at the end of this video so you can watch it if you haven't seen it before. Okay, so I have written down types of them because I know there are many different types, like just numerous types of ways to self-harm. Yeah, just numerous ways people can do self-harm, like physically or emotionally, inside. Because that one, I will leave a separate video of that. It's like emotional abuse, basically. It's a self-harm, but not to like physical, but like emotional, like inside, like how you feel. And not many people talk about emotional abuse a lot, but that will be in a separate video, like by itself. To self-injury to themselves, also known as self-mutilation. I can't say it correctly. Mutilation. There, I said it. Okay. Sometimes it's hard for me to pronounce words. Okay. Many people think that if you do these things that you are considered crazy, psychopath, dangerous, but not necessarily always true. There are, in some cases, however, to people who do self-inflicting things. It is also a way of coping mechanism used by surprisingly a number of people. Self-harm includes the stereotypical cutting, or also known as cutters. People who are called cutters. But it also goes beyond, like far beyond that. Beyond the action a person can use to purposely harm oneself. Ways of self-injury are most commonly inflicted on arms, hands, and wrists, but there are other body parts like legs and thighs and stomach. Many people do this as a way to feel pain, to make themselves feel like alive, to not feel invisible, to cope with depression. People with depression, it happens like different for everyone else. Like it come with like being bipolar disorder, anxiety, social anxiety, PTSD, many things, including self-harm, can also come from depression and things that could happen in your life. People cope different ways. It could be with self-harm, or it could come from a disorder or disability. People would like they have disabilities like me. When I was in school, I had a problem with learning. I had depression, and it can come in any situation with many reasons. People have depression. Number one is cutting, the stereotypical cutting. When people think self-harm, they think, oh my god, you cut yourself? Like, there are many different ways. While cutting is the most often considered self-harm, this way of self-harm, mutilation only occurred in just over 1/3 students who reported their self-harm. Cutters are more common in females than males. And just so you know, like the eating disorder thing as well, it's not just girls, it's guys too. Yeah. That would come down my list of things. 2, carving or scratching or pinching. Okay, this behavior is severely scratching or pinching with fingertips or objects to the point of bleeding or marks remain on your skin. That's one of them. And carving with like an object on your skin. It could be on your thighs, mostly on your thighs, because it's like thicker, I guess, or arms. 3, burning. Burning skin is a way of self-mutilation. Burning is as a way of self-injury was seen in 12.9 of students who self-harmed. 4, drug abuse. Not everyone talks about drug abuse. I mean, come on. Some people like to do drugs for fun. Like, the fun, like, oh, it feels good. Like, they like it. They get addicted to it. But to the point of using it as a coping to, like, depression, there are people who do use drugs or alcohol from depression. There are people that do that. Not many people talk about, oh, that's not for depression, but some people, they do that. I know because I had a stepfather who was addicted to drugs, weed, heroin, I think. I'm not really sure exactly what he used, but he did use drugs. And whenever he did, he would, it's a long story, but he did tell me that, he had a hard life, because when he had, like, his parents passed away, and he tried to, like, help his family out, he even sell drugs. But he also said that it was also because from depression. He would use drugs when he was depressed to deal with depression. It made me think, like, when people say, I don't understand when people do that, when they use drugs and stuff, when they have a good life. I'm like, you don't know what they're living or what's inside their head, what they feel inside. Yeah, they probably do have a good life, but not everyone does. They could probably come from abuse at home, bullying in school, or even maybe someone passed away. It could be any reason. For many reasons, people will use drugs as a way of coping from depression, and for many reasons, people use it as a self-harm, and from the inside, in your own body. Some people think it's fun or cool, but sometimes it's not. You're damaging your body, you're hurting yourself. And many people that have done that, if they're not like addicted to it, that you could possibly die. And if I know someone that actually died from that, I would probably cry my eyes out, because, like, you want to help someone try to overcome that addiction, like, so they won't end up dead. 5, food. Eating disorders, vomiting, bulimia, binge eating, those type of eating disorders, like, not many people consider that, like, self-harm, but it become an addiction behavior. It is addiction behavior, basically. However, in some cases they are and may be life-threatening if their use is to specifically cause harm to the body. 6, impact with objects and with oneself. This self-harm behavior included banging one's head against something like a hard wall or a door or something, or punching yourself in the stomach or head face with your hands, or anything with objects to the point of bruising or bleeding, even slapping yourself in the head or face. This is considered self-harm. 7. Hair pulling. This way to self-harm. Just talking about this makes me feel a little nervous, but like, yeah. Okay, I can't pronounce this word. It's medically known as trichotillomania. I cannot pronounce this word, but I might put the name right here if you want to look it up, or I'm put the name down below, like in the description, so you could just look it up yourself, because I can't pronounce that word. A person feels compelled to pull out their own hair, basically. This type of self-injury was seen in 11% of students who had self-harm. So all these 7 types of self-harm, to me personally, would be impact with objects or oneself. Basically, I would remember that I would bang my head on the wall, or I would it could leave bruises. I would slap my face or like punch myself in the arm or stomach. I used to do that a lot. I cut myself once, but most of the time it's just like sometimes I would take a pen or a pencil, and I would just like write on my skin or something. I'll write on my skin. I'll try to cut myself with a pencil. A pencil, it don't really leave markings. Like a pen is ink, but like a pencil, like I would do like that to my own skin, like mark myself. I try to carve my skin with a pencil. I used to do that. I used to bang my head on, or grab an object like a vase or something. Example, like I'll just bang my head on it and hurt myself. Whenever I get, like, if I get angry, if I want to hurt someone, I hurt myself instead. Or I'll do that as like if I get angry or like upset, like really upset, or like cope with depression. I used to do those things to myself. Even my mom sometimes, she saw me a couple of times do that. She thought I was crazy. She said, "Well, why are you doing this to yourself? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Or like, stop acting stupid." That punching or something, that's not a big deal, but it is a way of self-harm, and I did that. And I didn't tell much to anyone about this, actually. I think I have told one person, maybe, or two. I don't remember. But before that, I didn't tell nobody, because I thought people would think that I'm crazy or stupid or something. But I have dealt with depression in my own way, whether it's writing or punching myself, anything to harm myself. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and until next time, bye, guys. I love you all, my beautiful people, friends, and subscribers, everyone. Thank you for subscribing to me, thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me, and like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos, like, subscribe, and links right here for more videos. Click on the links, watch more videos of mine. See you all next time. I love you. Stay safe, stay strong, beautiful. Please don't self-harm, because it can be dangerous and life-threatening. It can be if you end up in the hospital. So please don't self-harm, because life is worth living. Links, subscribe, yeah. Bye, guys.